Hey y'all, welcome back to Good Game Reviews. Here to do another game review. And today we're doing Giants at Patriots preseason game 4. Unfortunately, the Patriots couldn't have their, undefeated preseason. Uh, Last second touchdown by the Giants, but we'll go ahead and just get into it. And I always want to start off with the good, so let's just go ahead and start off with the good. Stidham once again had a pretty good game. He passed for about 18. I mean not 18 times, but he passed for 28 times and completed 18. So he was 18 for 28. 225 yards. They was passing a lot in this game, especially on the Giants side. And he had 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. One he got on the interception, he got his arm hit, so ball flies in the air. Once the ball's floating in the air, and it's anybody's grab. So I mean, other than that, he did pretty good. So as far as the QB situation, I've heard a few people talking about 2 quarterbacks, Brady and Stidham, but I really think it's going to be 3, only because, knock on wood, if Stidham had to start, I don't think he'll be that ready, to be honest. I think we still need that veteran presence. So Hoyer, I predict, will definitely make it. So they're going to go. I feel like they're going to go into the season with 3 quarterbacks, not this 2 quarterback nonsense. Demaryius Thomas, he did pretty good. Noted it was against backups, it was against a couple scrubs, whatever. I don't really care. The most important thing, and I think what everybody was looking for, was how was he going to look when he's out there running on the field, running those routes? Is he going to be running gingerly? Is he going to be limping around? Is he going to take a hit and then get up and start walking funny or something like that? I think that's what people are looking at. And for the most part, pretty much for all of it, he was pretty good. He was targeted 8 times, caught 7 balls, 87 yards, averaged 12.4 and 2 TDs. So yeah, I mean, especially the 1 TD where Jarrett Stidham goes long for about 38 yards, and he just kind of keeps his feet in bounds and just kind of tiptoes his way and then just stretches his arm out. I mean, it was a really good catch too. Really good catch. Had a chance to catch the ball for the 2-point conversion, but he drops it. But anyway, overall, he still had a pretty good game. And that catch in the back of the end zone, his second TD catch, was pretty good too. So overall, he, for the little moments that he was out there in the beginning, he was pretty good. Keon Crossen, he almost made the bad side of the list. Only thing that kept him from that was the fact that he was able to make up for his bad play early on, like later on in the game. Wasn't getting exposed like he was in the beginning of the game. He was batting passes down, got him a nice toe tap pick, or toe drag pick, or however you want to say it. It was pretty. He cleaned up his game very much in the later half of the game. 12 tackles overall. I don't think he had any sacks. No, he didn't have any sacks. And he already told you the cool interception. The only thing is he had other opportunities to get probably 2 more interceptions. He could have walked away this game with 3, but that was a little problem that I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get into that once I get to it. Kick returner. Gunner has, I think Gunner has done enough to at least earn a spot on the special teams, right? I mean, if the Patriots were to release him and he and they wanted to bring him onto the practice team, would he make it? I feel like somebody somewhere would probably try to snatch him away. To be honest, I feel like we have to find a way to get him on this team. And as a punt returner, take some of that flack off Edelman. It's a good pickup. It's a good pickup. Like, let's not let this guy get away. We have to keep this guy, and he can do other things. That's the beauty of it. You saw him out there later on in the game playing defensive back. He was playing as a cornerback. Um, bearing the last play of the game where he kind of messed up, but overall, it's whatever. And he's returning kickoffs. It's like not just punts. He's returning kickoffs, and he's out there playing as a wide receiver. And he actually looks, to me, he looks like a better wide receiver than Braxton Berrios. So that's another thing going for him. He is able to do more than Braxton Berrios, and he looks better at the things that Braxton Berrios can do. So Braxton Berrios being able to catch and run routes and stuff, and being able to return punts. Gunner can do that, and I think better. So I feel like Gunner has pretty much taken whatever chance Braxton had. I think that's gone. I think Gunner's taken that. So I feel like Gunner should make this team. Kick return. I mean, not kick return, but as far as the kicking situation goes, I know we've had our woes with Stephen Gostkowski, and the past 3 games he had missed at least one field goal. Noted that the last game, the laces were in, so yada yada whatever. But as far as it goes, he was like, if you look on paper, you see that he's missed a field goal in each one of these games. This game, however, he has cleaned it up. He whatever was going on with him in the other games, he seemed to have cleaned it up in this game, because he had 3 field goal opportunities, made them all. Had a long for 51, just right down the middle, kicked all of his extra points. I mean, he had a good game. He had a good game. As far as just the routine, let's see if it carries on into the regular season. Because there was a lot of moments in the regular season where if he would have made like some kicks here and there, or if he would have made the extra point, I look back at that Miami game. He missed a field goal and an extra point. And if we have those 4 points, or at least even one of those points, that game, we either win that game or that game goes into overtime. That Miami Miracle doesn't kill us right then and there. So, excuse me. I'll be looking at them throughout the rest of the regular season, which is where all of this is going to matter anyway. Let's go ahead and get to punting. Bailey, you already know, lone man there. Nobody's challenging him. He's already won that battle. Ryan Allen's gone. I missed the guy, but Bill Belichick made the decision, and he wanted to go with Bailey. So he had a pretty cool game too. Average 37. Kicked about 148 yards. Had a long of 56. Down 1 in the 20. So yeah, I mean, it was pretty good. That ball, man, he has some hang time, man. He has some hang time. Coverage just has to get better on special teams. If the coverage isn't good on special teams, all the hang time in the world is not going to matter. Another guy I want to shout out, defensive guy. Just wanted to give a shout out to him. He's only been here for a little while, but all he did was come in this game and make some cool plays. Scooby Wright the third. I remember vaguely that I was reading somewhere about a guy who came onto the team late and was named Scooby, and I was like, what's going on here? But yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's another guy. I wouldn't mind if we got him on the practice squad. To be honest, I wouldn't want to let this guy slip, only because of the name. Probably. I'll love to say Scooby Sack. Like, that would be one of my favorite Saints if like there was a way for him to like just sneak in here and get him in the game at one point, and then just have him sacking quarterbacks and just saying Scooby sack like just throughout the weeks. I would love that to be able to say that he had 2 sacks on the night. So just coming in fresh, new, not really picking up any type of plays, nothing, just going out there and making plays and being a playmaker. Pretty good stuff. As far as the bad goes, the running game pretty much non-existent. Didn't really get anything going. Nick Brissett, only guy who was able to really move the ball. He's really the only guy that they gave the rock to. But I think it was just because the offensive line, just the problems that was happening right there, couldn't really get anything going. And I mean, it just hurt him. It just hurt the running game. The back, just like this backup offensive line. I don't know what's going on here. I can't wait for the starters to come out so I can just stop seeing these guys, because some of these guys are just headaches, man. Oh, just straight up headaches. I just don't want to see them anymore. Let's just go ahead and get these starters out here. Dedrick Wise, sorry to have him on the bad end of it. I know he didn't really have a lot of time, but I feel like this was his only opportunity to kind of make a statement. He got 1 sack, but I just feel like he could have made a way bigger statement, seeing that he's fighting for a starting position. He's not just fighting. I mean, I didn't want him to just fight for a spot on the team. I wanted him to fight for that starting position, opposite of Michael Bennett. But I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna. I don't know if he'll get that starting position now. Maybe he'll go to somebody else. Maybe it won't. Who's to say? But I don't know if he's proven enough to get that starting position. I'm stuttering all over the place. But yeah, that's my take on Dedrick Wise. But I don't see him not making the team though. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't see him not making the team. I just don't see him getting as many snaps as we thought he would have at the beginning of this. So yeah, the secondary, like I said, Keon Crossen did his thing. There was moments where Webster had some good flashes. Juwan Williams was looking pretty nice throughout the night. But other than that, it was a lot of just messiness all around, which allowed the Giants to get 31 points. I feel like this game should have been over and done with a long time ago. I don't know what was going on. They were just letting them back in it. It's just, ugh. So that's another thing I'm waiting to see. I'm ready to see our starters come back, so I don't have to watch these other guys no more. And I think after tonight, a lot of things, especially like as far as the cut down, I think a lot of things have been made a lot more simpler. It's just a few guys who I think just have to go. Like, they just got to get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, and last but certainly not least, missed interception opportunities. Missed interception opportunities. There were so many times for people to get picks. So many times. Just to get them off the field. Get the ball back in your hands. And to only be able to come away with those 2 interceptions when they could have had a lot more. Just a mess. Where did that other interception come from? That was Duke Dawson. He had the other interception along with Crossen. But the only reason I didn't mention him was because I didn't feel like he did enough. I mean, he had a few plays, but just overall, I don't know if he did enough. And this secondary is stacked. It is stacked. So it was already tough enough for him to make it. I think it made it a little bit tougher on him after this. We'll see how all this shakes out once the cut downs are announced. But yeah. Other than that, that's about it. Yeah, I don't really have nothing else to say on that. I pretty much covered all the points. And you can check back next week or next game. I'm not going to, not this upcoming Sunday, next Sunday, once the regular season starts against the Steelers at home. Also going to be watching out for that banner drop. So, Next week, Steelers at Gillette Stadium. Regular season for the 2019 year will begin. I'll be covering that game after it's done, plus all the other games, just like last year, just like I did for the postseason. Everything's gonna be covered. Might throw in some other, things, whatever they happen. If I want to talk on them, I'll just throw them in here. But for the most part, all the games are gonna get reviewed this time. And that's pretty much what I got to say on that. So until next time, I'm out.